Think you can create the most coveted colorway? Now is your chance to prove your style in the NBA 2K20 Shoe Creator Challenge. Take a shot at
chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
Take a look at Leonard. He's all the way up there at number 3 in the Eastern Conference fan voting.
And you'd be crazy not to give him your vote. What he's done this season has been nothing short of spectacular.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. Now the starting group for the visitors. Howard is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Marc Gasol. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 2-guard spot. And for Toronto, Terrence Ross is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then it's Robinson. And it's Murray in at the 2. Now here's Murray. The fader. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Murray. Now when it comes to load management strategy, Doris, should coaches do it along the way as opposed to waiting until the last, say, quarter, third of the season?
Well, Kev, I think you can look to the San Antonio Spurs, who I think were the first to really look hard at what we would now describe as load management. And I think the one thing is you're trying to just make sure guys are prepared for the most important point of the season. You've got to win enough to get in the playoffs and be positioned well, but your guys have also have to be healthy at the end of the year.
Now here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Here's the teardrop. Rejected by Gasol.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
And that one's good. Beverley.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Doncic against Beverley. Doncic kicks to Murray. Passes it to Ross. Outside Robinson. Pass to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Gasol with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And Leonard gets it to go.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Leonard with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220 Doris. Is he a point guard? A point forward? I mean, where's he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
Now, here's Gasol. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And he's known as the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, Doris, with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
And that one's good. Beverley.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Beverley against Ross. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Howard trying to free himself up. And Leonard gets it to go. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. outside Robinson. Murray outside. Leonard with the steal. Out left to the wing. And the pass to Beverly. And here is Howard. Basket counts.
Boy, guys, the powerful physical frame of Dwight Howard, so problematic for a defense.
And that concludes the first. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about it.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Dwight Powell is out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's Robinson. And it's Doncic in at the one. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Here's Beverly. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Leonard. Howard trying to free himself up. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, Dwight Howard can scuffle a little bit at the free throw line, but I'm telling you, he's still drawing the contact and putting the defenders in bad spots.
Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant, two-way big men in today's game.
That one is no good.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
To the paint, Gasol with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Toronto trails by 7. Ball's knocked loose. And they're on the break. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 9.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Murray against Leonard. Lets a floater go. Beverly looking around to the right side. Gasol kicks to Leonard. Murray against Leonard. Pass to Doncic. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Count that one. 11 points for Leonard.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Murray. A big-time producer. Currently, he's averaging 25 points a game. Here's Robinson, and Capella sends it back. And here's the fast break. Up the floor. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Now here's Doncic. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. There's the dish to Murray. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Here's Doncic. 15 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Doncic has got his third basket of the night right there. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points and 2 steals. And that'll...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
They've got Howard. Patrick Beverly out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Gasol right at the 3 slot.
The numbers for Luka Doncic absolutely staggering. The only rookie ever to average over 20 points, 7 boards, and 5 assists.
Now here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Beverly against Doncic. Passes it to Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic. And such impressive poise and confidence for Luka Doncic, Doris. He's unfazed by the NBA.
I think it makes sense, Kevin, when you consider this young man has been playing as a pro and against men since the age of 16. And by 17, he was tearing up the EuroLeague. This guy was ready to make the leap.
Here's Leonard. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Murray against Gasol. And he gets it to go. Gasol's got his first points of the night.
Well, Marc Gasol, 7'1". That's an easy one.
Leonard with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now, here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You love to see Terrence Ross on the attack, Kevin. This guy moves well. He's got a tremendous vertical. No reason he shouldn't get to the line.
And both free throws good for Ross. 1:44 left in the 3rd quarter. It's Howard, top of the key. Back to Beverly. Outside Leonard. Clock at 4. Knocked away. Ross with the steal. Here's Murray. And it's sent back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
Beverly against Murray. Leonard, that's for two. That shot off the mark. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of two straight at home. Here's Murray. Kicks it to Powell. Back to Murray. Powell finds Murray. Over Leonard. Murray, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Powell. Back to Murray. Here is Ross. He has 7, and Capella sends it back. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. From deep, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the visiting team. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. They've got Terrence Ross. Dwight Powell is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Murray, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Howard, good.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Toronto, trailing by 10. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Beverly. Puts it up. Toronto grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Ross passes to Murray. Outside Robinson. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Beverly. Offensive rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Lobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Leonard against Murray. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Leonard against Murray. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
Well, Kawhi Leonard put in the time to become a big-time threat from range. That is beautiful.
Doncic against Beverly. Oh, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Well, this is a decent free throw shooter, and where Powell could help himself is getting to the line a little bit more.
Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Doncic against Beverly. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Robinson with the block. Murray surveying the D. Shoots over Leonard. And again, Toronto no up.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Beverly the pass to Capella. And here's Leonard. Pulls up. High post. Powell pulls it in. Toronto trails by 8. Here's Murray. And again, Toronto no up.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And Beverly kicks to Gasol. Hits the jumper in space.
Timeout. Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick. Even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense, they just haven't been able to keep him in check. A tremendous individual effort.
And now we can see that when he's at his best, they are a very dangerous team, going up against the defending champs and getting the job done. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Clarkson passes to Jones. Outside Williams. With the teardrop. Excellent D there from Hill. Lots of room. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late,